Picture this, a seemingly ordinary man living in Northern California in the 1980s. But behind closed doors lurked one of America's most disturbing serial unalivers. This is the story of Leonard Lake, a man whose twisted fantasies would lead to a horrifying series of crimes that shocked the nation. Born in San Francisco in 1945, Lake's early life was marked by disturbing behavior. As a child, he would photograph his sisters naked, and his grandmother encouraged his fascination with pornography. He served in Vietnam as a Marine, but his military career ended with a medical discharge due to mental health issues, a dark preview of what was to come. In 1981, Lake met Charles Ng, and together they would form one of the most lethal partnerships in criminal history. They constructed a brutal operation at Lake's remote cabin in Wilseyville, California. Here's where things get truly disturbing. They built a custom-made dungeon, complete with a two-room bunker they called the Miranda Operation. Their victims, mainly young women, but they didn't stop there. They unalived entire families, including men and infants. Lake and Ng would nap their victims, force the women into sexual slavery, videotape their abuse, and eventually unalive them. The exact number of victims remains unknown, but investigators believe they unalived between 11 and 25 people. The nightmare began to unravel in June 1985, when Lake was arrested for a simple shoplifting incident. He was using the ID of Scott Stapley, one of his victims. When police investigated the car he was driving, they found a silencer and signs of foul play. But before they could question him further, Lake swallowed a cyanide pill he had sewn into his clothing, unaliving himself 4 days later. What drove Lake to commit such heinous acts? Psychologists who studied his diaries and videos point to a severe personality disorder. Coupled with extreme misogynistic views, he fantasized about creating an apocalyptic world where he could keep women as slaves. His military experience, combined with his grandmother's inappropriate influence and his early psychological issues, created a perfect storm of violent tendencies. The Lake case changed how law enforcement approached serial unaliving. The sophisticated evidence collection at his property, including video recordings and journals, provided unprecedented insight into the mind of a young. It also highlighted the devastating impact when two sadistic individuals joined forces, amplifying each other's violent tendencies. Today, the Wilseyville property stands as a grim reminder of these crimes. While Lake escaped justice through the afterlife, his partner Ng was eventually captured and sentenced to afterlife. The case remains one of California's most notorious criminal investigations, teaching us that sometimes the most dangerous predators can hide in plain sight behind a mask of normalcy. Remember the victims. Their stories serve as a tragic reminder of the darkness that can exist in human nature and the importance of remaining vigilant in our communities. The Leonard Lake case isn't just a true crime story. It's a warning about the monsters who walk among us, wearing ordinary faces.